It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
Well, the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin here, as always, with Charles Davis and CD. It's an NFC Championship game rematch but that was an afternoon most Niner fans would be happy to forget, no question. Now, you turn the page to 2023. What do you see for these two teams this time around?
I see two teams that are built to get back there and have a rematch in the conference championship game. That would surprise no one. The key for the 49ers, identifying their quarterback and having played throughout that game, because that's what really hurt them the last time. The Eagles, they believe they can do it again. This is going to be fun to watch.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Ray McCloud to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Ray McCloud. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a account slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him, a fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Ray McLeod deep here for the Niners. This is taken around the 12. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey, able to fight through 1 tackle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Purdy now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This early in the game, it's all steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And that's going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw him. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They go play action with Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And Deebo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to the 32. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And this is caught, Jennings. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 15 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Hurts throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's go now, let's go. Playmaker, step up.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuobanon. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. It's a tackle made at the 10-yard line.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Purdy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. McLeod to return it. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. In trouble, and he's taken down. Nakobe Dean came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Aaron Sipas now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Nolan Smith, a late first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action, now Purdy. That's into the hands of Dwelly.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Purdy now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How did he stay on his feet? And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Throwing here, Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Purdy looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st down, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go. Playmakers, step up right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Swift going to try up the middle, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 2nd down, Swift. A little juke. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this up to midfield. That one goes for 8 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6. Purdy Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big third down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Some of them would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Once more with Mitchell. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he'll be out right at the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 46 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Swift. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard, and we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs, because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Going for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Carter showing off just a bit with that sack. And can we remark just how perfect a landing spot he got in Philadelphia? Reunited with a bunch of Georgia teammates, adds another potential star to maybe the league's best defensive front.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
throw over the middle, taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little...
Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they can't bring him down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. That ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Play action. Now Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the 41st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. It's caught. Smith.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference, a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down 34-31, a little over 80 ticks to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's Purdy to throw. Finding Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. Here's Purdy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Purdy to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.